Hi everyone, Chef from Outdoors in the Low Countries. Now behind me you see a Douglas tree which is very close to the fence. Behind the fence there's corn and it's becoming very large, as you can see. Now I don't mind to have a very large tree in the middle of the field, but not so much to the edge. Now there are a few of them very near to the fence and I want to cut them down. Now those trees are very close to the fence and I'm not going to take any risk there that they fall in the wrong direction or not the way I want it. So I'm going to use a rope at some level to get some tension onto it with the Kubota and then tear the whole thing down, and then a couple of times because there are more than one, like 3 or 4. So let's get going. The cavalry has arrived, so let's hook it up. Just to make sure I can easily untie it, I will put in this beam, this old screwdriver I should say, so I can simply untie it afterwards. Now before I will do any cutting, I first want to do a test run with the tractor to see if I can create any tension on the tree. Better to see now that something is wrong than when the tree is already, let's say, on the tip of falling. So there's now already quite some tension on the tree. So now release the cord again, do some cutting and then I can pull it back. So nice and smooth cut, no problem there. I didn't even need to pull the tractor back. It was already going. The only thing is that next time, before I start making the joint, I should think of the camera. I completely forgot the camera was still running. But happily there's no damage there, so no problem. So one down, a couple more to go. And here you can also see that I was already too far with the saw. This was a nice joint, nice hinge. There was also a nice hinge. But apparently I was already here with the saw, so I was already too far. That's also why it went a little bit earlier than I thought. So when I pulled, it was clear that the tree was already coming a little bit this way, so that's good. So I can now cut in the hinges and then pull it in this direction, or it falls directly like the other one, but I hope this time I can pull it down We'll see. As long as it falls in this direction, everything is fine. So here you can see I left the hinge much larger than with the other one, and I used the tractor to pull it over. So there was no risk at all in going it the other way. So in general a nice cut. A little bit thicker here than here, but it's still, well, it's not that much there, a little bit. But okay. Went well. Very near from here there's a very small Douglas, which you're also going to take down and then clean the whole thing up, which is most of the work, by the way. But yeah, that's part of it. Nice wood. It smells great as well, Douglas. And this way it's very easy to untie the nut. You just take out the screwdriver, so there's now some play on the rope. And the only thing you need to do is just push a little and it's gone. So always use a screwdriver, which I always have in the back of the Kubota, to do this type of thing. And you see it works quite well. Now the third one is a smaller one, but even here when this one goes in that direction, in the wrong direction, over the fence, still have an issue. So not going to take any risk, just use the rope technique and easy put it back. No problem at all. Gave it a small cut. There's still quite a large hinge, but now it's tractor time, and to be honest, it's also very nice to see a tree falling down because you're pulling it down with the Kubota. So it's also a little bit of fun, eh? Tractor time. And also the tree side, in most cases, it's very easy to untie the knot. Well, in this case there was also not a lot of pull force required, of course, but also here, very easy to remove it. So nice result. Hinge is about this thick. No problem for the Kubota to pull it over. No risk at all that it falls to the wrong side. This is great. Both are lying here now. So next step is now to clean them up and remove the wood, which is most of the work, by the way. But yeah, that's part of the job. So let's start. now completely gassed up again and oiled up. So next step is now to clean the trees all the way to the trunk. So the thicker parts I will use for firewood, thinner parts I all piled up into a large pile, and that's good for the insects and for the small lizards and hedgehogs and other animals. So cleaning up these branches really goes very fast with what we call in Dutch kap mes. Not sure what the English translation is, machete, I think. So it's easy to clean out the somewhat thicker branches till you are at the part where you say, hey, this is thin enough to throw away, and then you have some wood for the stove, and then do that branch by branch. And of course you have to be careful not to hit your fingers. Where I say, okay, this is thin enough, so hit it one side, thinner parts then already are gone, then also the other side, and clean. So now it's time to take the small branches away, put them in the large pile in the forest, coming back for the next ones. So use anchor seal to prevent splitting of the end grain because of drying out of the wood. Now I want to use this as timber because it's Douglas, which is a very nice wood with very nice flames in it. Anchor seal. So I lowered the stump to make sure it's quite low towards the ground, get a nice flat stump. I will not remove it, so there's no need to get the rhino ripper here, because it's going to be overgrown anyway with trees. I want to have different type of trees, not the Douglas tree which becomes very, very large, which was already doing that. So I can now plant around different type of trees and overgrow this one. So all 4 Douglas trees have been cut down, no problem at all. There's never any risk that it went over the wrong side of the fence, so that's a good thing, and the Kubota helped a lot to make sure that didn't happen. Now the MS261 did a very good job in cutting it all down. There was no need to go to the MS362, which is always in standby when it's required, but these size of trees are easily done with the MS261. It was close to that I could reach it with the saw in one go, but of course via the other side, no problem there. So all the branches and all the other small stuff has been cleaned away using the Kubota. That helped a lot. And the wood will be used to create timber, but that I will show you in another video. So we hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching and hope to see you next time here in the low country.